Julissa W.
Mhm.
And when I first started the program, I was just, I don't want to say I was in a dark place, but I was just extremely unhappy with my body and the way, everything was just going on with my fitness. I felt like I couldn't like keep up with a lot of my friends when we play sports and things like that. It kind of just made me feel low.
Mhm.
And basically, when I started with you, I started gaining more confidence in myself, more confidence in my athletic, ability. It made me think like there is an athlete like somewhere deep down inside.
Hey.
And it made me actually just be more confident. And honestly, where I am now, I can run. I can actually run on the treadmill for like 5 minutes without stopping. And that is major for me.
Hey, I love that.
So like, and I can, as far as just weightlifting in general, I think the last time I talked to you, I told you I was like at 32.5 on
Mhm.
each arm. I'm at 40 now.
Hey, okay.
So that's going really well. As far as leg pressing, I'm at 285 pounds.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
it's just like, I just feel much stronger. I feel happier.
Mhm.
It's nice for once for people to compliment, like, oh my goodness, like those clothes are getting really big on you. Shouldn't you go shopping again? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm
Right.
like, you're right. But it's just been quite a journey from going from what 268 to now about 220, 221 or something like that. It's just been quite a journey.
Right.
So
It's been about like what, 40, over 44 pounds. I
yeah.
the math in my head right now. And there's been some up and downs, right? You had periods where it was very consistently going down, then you had somewhere it was kind of just up and down, and then
Mhm.
it gained and kept going down. So it's been a journey, like you said.
Yeah.
In terms of learning how to work out, how to eat, in terms of being comfortable in the gym, how do you feel now compared to then?
Listen, when I first started working out and I went to the gym, I was like, what am I doing here? This is not for me. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. We're gonna see what happens. Like I felt really uncomfortable because I'm like, oh my goodness, like all these people are looking at me like, why is this big girl in here trying to do all this extra? I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't be here. But the more I went, it just got easier and easier to the point where like some of the gym guys like come over and like hype me up and stuff.
Right.
So it's like it's that part's been much better eating wise. I was a mess when I first started, like as far as eating. I was eating whatever, whenever I wanted. I was drinking soda, and I know I wasn't supposed to,
Right.
like drinking alcohol and things like that. But as far as eating, I think that was my biggest hang up.
Mhm.
So the gym, yeah, that was a problem, but I had to change the way I was eating,
Right.
meaning I needed to know basically about the macros and how to control them and what kind of macros should I be eating and how often I should be eating proteins and things like that. Because what I didn't know was protein was pretty much the main drive to help you lose weight.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yep. It keeps you full.
Exactly. And when you told me that, I was like, okay. Well, I think that was around the time that things started getting stagnant for me. I'm like, well, I'm not losing any more weight. And then you were telling me about like eating more protein. So once I started doing that, I started increasing my amounts of protein. So I think now what I do is I have a food scale.
Mhm.
So for a lot of my recipes, it calls for like 15 ounces of protein or whatever. And I think that's split across like two servings.
Mhm.
So I'll just divide that down half, and I think it's like 7.5 ounces. So I'll just weigh that out exactly. It has to be exact.
Right.
So I just weigh it out exactly. I do it with my vegetables and everything like that. And I feel like buying the food scale is what I honestly can really attribute to me losing the amount of weight I have lost to date. Because
Mhm.
if you get measuring cups, I mean, they're cool, but I don't think they're as accurate as a food
Right.
scale.
They're not.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that you've put in work, you know. I know even increasing your step count, being consistent. There were some months where consistency wasn't the best.
Mhm.
Some months where stress got the best of you, and you kind of fell back with eating. But I honestly think that you are in a way better headspace,
Mhm.
mentally, physically, and just with consistency right now than you were when you started. Right. My next question for you is, what are some things, either one or all, what are some things that you really enjoyed about the program?
Ooh. Honestly, it's gonna sound terrible. The food,
Okay.
because a lot of the meal preps you were giving me, I would have never thought about on my own. And if you think about it, some of the meal preps you gave me, I was like, there's no way this is healthy. Like, there's no way. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like something cheesesteak, like bowls, or it was something like that. I was like, no. I was like, I gotta investigate this. This cannot be healthy. So basically, learning and you showing me that you can pretty much have what you want and eat healthy at the same time. It's all about like mindset, portion control, and just like believing in yourself that you can actually maintain and be consistent.
Right.
Whole time the workouts were cool too, because when you started giving me I'm gonna be honest, when you started giving me those hit workouts, I hated you for like 3 months. I was like, bro,
Hey, I
I was like,
wanted I wanted to switch it up. You know, I didn't want you to get bored with all of them, so I was constantly trying to switch it up.
I would look at the app and it would be like hit workout. I'm like, that Frank, I was like, you trying to kill me?
I'm sure you hated that Stairmaster, right?
I was on there crying one day. My friend said, "Are you okay?" I said, "No, I still got 15 minutes." I mean, I had to pause it a couple times to get my second win, but I mean, I still finished the 30 minutes or whatever the case was that you had me do. So really, all of the program, I don't have anything negative to say.
I love that. I love that. I think honestly, I think more than just even learning about nutrition and more than just even being comfortable in the gym, I think the best thing, just from my point of view, that you got from this is just that belief in yourself, knowing
Mhm.
that hey, I can actually put my mind to this and I can do this. You know, because I most people coming in, I could tell when we first spoke that you wanted to do it, you just had no idea how, and you weren't even sure if it was possible. Now you're
Mhm.
almost 50 pounds down, and you have the skills to continue doing this long term, you know?
Right.
I fully believe you're gonna get below 200, get below where you need to be, and then continue from there. So I'm proud of you. You've put in some
Thank
work.
you.
Do you have any other things you want to add or say or anything like that? Or
Sure.
question?
I don't really have any questions. I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for your help, and hopefully I can come back to you probably